Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you how much God has done.
Jesus, let me know whether you show no fish. You say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. You say you found it, but she doesn't want.
From the peaks to the pits. So you're talking about the 2025 recap. So as for me, my 2025 has been so good so far. I thank the Lord. I'm so much grateful. I'm always grateful. Some people just see you and they don't know what you go through, what you've been through, and what you're going through. Personally, I've been through high highs, low lows, and both. And all I can say is I usually get satisfaction in even bare minimum things. Waking up makes me happy each and every day because I know like God coming leo, he definitely has a purpose for me. Ataka I feel like I haven't accomplished something that was on my list, I usually know that itakuja tu with time. Like I usually think about certain things for some time, but najambia tu fei, it's never that serious. So seti pia mimi sifikiriangi vitu. It's normal for you to think about things because there's a certain place you want to reach in life. Now some things when they don't go the way you want, usijistress, we tuambia God, guide my path, illuminate me to be a light and to be a star, and no one can dim your light if you put your trust in God. Pray each and every day. You don't have to be like intercessory type of praying. Just speak life into your life. Tell yourself good things. Manifest. Write down. Ataka, just buy a simple notebook. Write down simple goals, simple to-do list each and every day. Make sure you take off things you do. Kama like you wanted to buy yourself new jewelry, just write them down. Write down things you want to buy for yourself, things you want to do for yourself, money you want to save, and push yourself to do those small goals each and every day. Now usi-stress over things that don't even make it out of your bucket list, because with time those things come into fruition. School-wise, everything is okay. Thanking the Lord for good grades, thanking the Lord for being intelligent, wise, and asking him to fill me with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding each and every day, because it's not easy. You know, like I want to encourage someone out there who anajua like each and everyone si anakuanga na goals, but unapata like circumstances like maybe fee inakosekana and all. Just trust in God. Don't lose hope in life when certain things don't go your way. Kuna watu wanaitangwa destiny helpers. You don't know which time or where the luck will locate you, but just pray for God's favor and grace toward your school. Kuna a story a friend of mine once told me, anajijua, I don't want to say her name. She's so pretty, she's so intelligent, she's a smart girl, she's so smart, like she's so smart up here. But situations in terms of fee ilikonga too challenging and all. But Makiu, this girl, unajonga in campus, unaweza time ya exam period ndo mnakuanga bagged about fee, but once you go kwa lecturer unamexplainia and all, anaweza kupea permission to sit for exams, but during the final exam you won't sit for it without the fee. Makiu, this girl did that for those semesters, na vile ilifika the last semester, imagine a God sent provider alimlipia the whole fee. Like imagine, this is a true story. I myself, I witnessed and I saw it, and she did exemptionally so well. Imagine say she's working at a good facility, the best in Kenya, and she's really a star. Na mimi najuanga, unaonanga wale watu unaonanga, and she's a firstborn Makiu. Ni wale watu unaonanga huyu atakuja kutoa familia yake from the pits, literally from grass to grace. And she's a definition of never losing hope. She was always speaking about God. Not always, because we used to have fun times like tunachapa tu mushene and all, but she was a person who had faith. Like hata yeye unasikianga tu akisema like nyewe faith hapa na hapa kuendi hivi, but I know like God's time. Na ujue mtu akienda kwa room yake anaombanga aje, ujui analianga mara ngapi. But what I learned from that lady is Mungu achangi watu wake, and faith, trust, hiyo ni vitu very important, and also pushing yourself. Haya, si mimi nimwambia haya, never feel like you're left out on the things you want in life. Hakuna ati too late or too soon. Yes, kuna too soon, but too late, kila mtu na timing yake. So the other thing is friendships and relationships. I can say I have fulfilling ones. I have the right people in my life. I believe so, because I know like past cleans itself, but sometimes you have to dust it off. Now me, I haven't gotten a reason to dust anyone off or any situation off, because I know like people who are in my life right now are really aligned to my purpose. And I usually tell God, like, ukiona like tumefika a certain season in our lives that we aren't aligning, my friends or anyone, God rekindle the situationship or atupe break kidogo, so that we can get ourselves together, so that each and every person can grow in their own terms, so that tukirudi tena, like if kutakuwa na ever getting back together, itakuwa more sparkling and more vibrant. That's why I usually say don't rush to cut people off, give people so many chances, because pia huyo mtu ana work on themselves. Friends can be fishy in a way, but talking through it, ka kuna disagreements, monge msameane, and things get better with time. Imagine you just have to give it time and put God at the center of all your relationships or your friendships. So yeah, the other thing is self-discovery. I can say I'm still learning, I'm still working on myself, I'm still listening to podcasts and watching things that are in alignment with my purpose.
No, nonetheless, sometimes I feel like too, like even through those different seasons, like I think when we are growing, we don't, sometimes we're like, we feel like we're adult, but we don't realize that we're really still kids.
No,
so like 19, 20, like 21, 22, like we are all still really finding ourselves. I feel like I just found myself like this morning. Like when I really woke up, like every day I'm finding something new about myself, and I'm like, okay, now I'm realizing like, oh, I'm really a grown woman now. Like the stuff I did at 21, 22, like I was a kid for real, and I thought I was an adult, I thought I was grown, and at that time I had grown people money, but I was a child. So sometimes age also is the best teacher.
And things that show me a way through womanhood, like unajua, a simple thing as learning how to have good etiquette, how to use forks and spoons. Kuna a lot of literacy in the internet. You just have to consume what you think is useful, because some things are general knowledge which is not even instilled in schools or even at home, but you can watch other people and learn one or two things. Let's say you don't know how to use a lift, unaweza enda on the net and search how to use a lift. Before you even get to a certain situation, find a way through it. You can watch videos and clips, like to avoid even embarrassment. Mtu anaweza ona udema amechanuka, but sometimes you don't even know the things physically, but ni vitu umewatch, umeona yenyewe ina hii situation ikinifanyikia, I know how to do this. Like maybe even protection wise, like in terms of being a girl in the streets, like people have paper sprays in their bags, pen knives and all. So naona hiyo ni kitu enye ufunzwi at home or even in school, but watching things and knowing like enyewe ukitembea peke yako usiku mtu anaweza kufuata, so unafaa kukuwa na something kujikinga, you know, self defense. Hizo ni vitu you can learn slowly on the net. Consume and save what is useful, and usijifungie raha, you know, like do things that make you happy and just live life responsibly. Yeah. The other thing is 4 things that contributed to the year's growth. I can say in God first and talking to God more. But this year spiritually I've been awake and na feel poa. No, sometimes I may just be sitting, I decide, but the Spotify rap yangu ya this year, Kamba music, my friend. I didn't even listen to a lot of like not that I don't listen to secular music, but there's a way that Kamba music speaks to me. So you know, like Spotify natumianga for listening to podcast and sasa Kamba music, cause I usually have my own playlist ya songs. So yeah, na pia niko na blend na a few friends. So not that I don't have secular songs on my Spotify, ni vile tu my preference sasa inakuanga tu kwa I find Kamba music, Kamba gospel music soothing. So yeah, I definitely put God first, like putting God first, consuming content that uplifts me, being consistent, choosing myself. And what else like contributed to this year's growth? I can say 2 ways ndo zime contribute. Yeah, and choosing to show up for myself each and every day. The thing is, the biggest lesson was I am not too late for the things I want in life, that everything will unfold in its own timing. I just need to trust the process, believe in God, push myself, and not feel guilty for the things that are not in alignment in this season. And that seasons come and go, people come and go, but who stays? It's you. So be gentle with yourself and love yourself more as much as you extend the love to others. Yeah. The other thing is, what did you struggle with this year? This year, I can say like what I struggled with is, let me say self-sabotaging, cause kuna siwezi go too much into it, but kuna certain things that nataka kufanya but najambia like mbona, maybe what if, you know, the what ifs were so many sometimes, and I'm still learning, and I just want to do better next year, and I pray that next year will be more better, because I remember the first clip ya 2025 nilikuwa nimesema 2025 please be nice, and it was surely nice, and I pray that 2026, God willing, inshallah, it will be much more better, full of God's favor, grace, sufficiency, abundance, intentional friendships, intentional relationships with people. Yeah, another thing that I struggle with is, you know, as a firstborn, you are also a parent in a way, so I'm not quite strong enough in the nurturing side. I try to do my best. You know, siblings can get on your nerves real bad, but I usually tell God like anipe grace, because sometimes, you know, I'm a silent kid, but you know, when your sibling is way too much, fanya kitu yenye utaki afanye, and you're trying to correct them and they're not listening to you because unaniambia nini na wewe sister, it gets to me, because I wanna make him be a better person, not making it like forcing it into him, but simple things like kumwambia like, don't leave your shoes here, go put them on the rack, don't leave your clothes here, go put them on the laundry basket. Those are simple things that really take a lot from me, because sometimes I really have to shout, which is so detrimental, because it's not me, like najua it's not me, but sasa ni yeye ndo ananipush nifanye hiyo. So I can say I'm still learning to be a good sister, to nurture my sibling into a good person. Unajua it's okay, ni poa kucorrect msee, like kumwambia like don't point others while you're eating, maintain good table manners, like those are simple things, because our parents are not always here with us at home, ni wewe ndo unakuanga na yeye. Unajua like a guardian, you kind of nurture a child's way through, you know, like his or her character, and don't look at someone go astray, no unamwangalia tu, like just correct them when you can, but sasa hiyo correction though, you find a simpler way to tell them. I'm still learning, and I mean, I just pray for grace, you know. Yeah, the other thing is, what surprised me this year? This year, what surprised me is how much God loves me and what He can do for me. Na najua He can do a lot more than what He's doing right now. And He's been with my family through thick and thin. We, as a family, have done a lot. We have achieved certain milestones that we had in our bucket list. And I'm so happy and forever grateful for that. And hata wewe as a viewer out there, angalia tu, count your blessings, name them one by one, count your blessings, see what God has done, count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you how much God has done. So count a small bill. Hata kama ni you graduated, hata kama you moved to a one bedroom apartment, kama you moved into a mansion, hata kama you bought a Vit, hata kama you bought a Demio, hata kama you bought a Range Rover, hata kama you bought a Mustang, you know, you bought a TV, you bought new sets of dishes, new sets of plates. That's something to be grateful for, because kuna mtu mwingine pia ana hiyo kitu kona, you know. So count your blessings.
I almost forgot about my routine, and let me pour myself more for aesthetics. Yeah, I'm not supposed to feel it to the brim. It's supposed to do like this. Yeah.
So the other thing is, what did I handle really well? Niyo paternity, nurturing my sibling. I think I handled it too well. And also dancing at the Rura show. Guy, I can't dance to save my life. I tried, so that I really handled well, because I also want to spark my parents' events. Niske to like the boring kid, like, you know, like this time I used to think I'm too boring for being silent, for being introverted, for being like, unaweza pata najua vitu but I don't want to say them, or I don't want to do them because I'm afraid of what people will say. Wewe atanibeba aje, like sometimes no too fear of being judged. Na pia like my personality, because I'm really like a quiet person, but I'm also a loud person around people I vibe with. Do I regret anything this year? Hata kama niko na regrets, I don't really regret anything, because everything happens for a reason. Na me too, I just brush things off. Something I control what I can, and what I can't control, nacha tu Mungu. So yeah, the other thing is, what am I grateful for? I really have so many things to be grateful for, and life is the first one of them. I'm just grateful for life and just doing life. Yeah. The other thing is, why do girls get jealous of other girls' success? I think it's because you want to be like them. That's why you are jealous. Unaona cause you can't be jealous of something you don't want. Unaona tu una anakuanga na marengo juu ni mrembo. Maybe you feel a certain way about yourself. Maybe you think you're not up to her standards. And jealousy is not good. Wewe tu wachana tu na vitu mambo mingi. It's okay to look and just keep it to yourself. Don't be hateful and jealous of other people. Wewe fanya life yako kivyako. The other thing is, I lost my spark and I don't think I will get it back. You don't think you will get it back in the moment, but trust me, you just stick around longer na utaona vile you will be back more stronger than you ever thought. And kwa hiyo mids ya kukua losing a spark, unapatanga a lot of setbacks, because me I've been through it, because ni part of life. So what you do during that moment is what will determine how strong you'll get through it. Because as for me, I fell back with just listening to people's thoughts on certain things. Unajua me, there's something about listening to podcasts that build me, because unasikia certain situations about some people na una relate to yours, or even if they're not relatable, utalearn one or two things. Definitely listening to good music, not emphasizing on gospel music, but you can listen to good music. Sometimes you are sad, you can't blast Akina Drake, you can't blast like, Akina Meek Mill, Young Thug. No, sometimes you just have to listen to soothing music to get you in your element, not too sad, not too like something vibrant and vibey. Yeah, the other thing is surround yourself with people who give you encouragement. Talk to people to someone who's close to you about something that you're going through. Atakupea encouragement na utakuwa na shoulder to lean on. Yeah, so your spark will definitely be back, but sasa in that season, kenye unafanya in the season, kuna mtu anafungukanga akili, you get the person gets more anajituma excess, like you open a new business, you do things that you love, you study more. Yeah, so unapata like utapita exam, your business maybe ulikuwa na underestimate but inaanza kuthrive. So yeah, what's the right age for marriage? Sips Rebina. What? The right age? Sasa someone who is not married advising the unmarried. There's no right age or wrong age. Kila mtu ako na preference yake, as I said. But don't fixate yourself too early in certain situations, because marriage is a lifetime investment. Yeah, it really is an investment, because it's how to explain it, but as for me, it's an investment. And I can say, if you do it too early, itakulimit to do certain things, and if you do it, mi naonanga too early ndo inakuanga the risky part. Too late sionangi ikiwa like too risky. So I can say being too early, it can limit, because in marriage comes a lot of responsibility, a lot of grounding, and there's no right time, as I said. But kwa hiyo time frame yenye umejiambia, we angalia kama umefikisha goals zako zenye ulikuwa uachieve hiyo time, ama you still have time for you to do, because kuna watu wengine, let's say in terms of education, unapatanga they got married first but later on ndo wakarudi shule sasa ku study. So unaona, but sasa ukiuliza their experience wanakuambia kwanza study then you get married, but unaona inaangukianga, you don't know how itakufolia. But I usually say kuna watu wanakuanga na like, kuna mtu anajonga by 20.
So Mekamena had cut nikiambia like some people have a realistic way of how their life should be at a certain age. So don't think like you're too left out. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Bye.
Tangu ninunue mrenga, acha nakumbushe tena. Tangu ninunue mrenga, imekuwa ni ngumu kurenga. Mwamkanga mangware marengo, kuangalia baraka Mungu amenjenga.